Hi, and welcome to another Miss Elegant DIY video. So today, let me show you how I made this star topiary. And the first thing that we're going to need are these two signs from Dollar Tree. They both say God bless America. It doesn't matter if they're red or blue. I just picked up one of each just in case I wanted to do something else in a different project. I'm also using these blue paper straws from the Dollar Tree. I picked up one of these round mirrors from the Dollar Tree for this project. And I'll be using the stars off of these 10 LED lights from the Dollar Tree. So the very first thing I'm going to do is take these pliers and I'm going to take off the wire that is holding the star to the sign that says God bless America. And to do this, I'm just simply twisting the little black wire so that it can go through the hole that's on the star, just like that. And I did that to both sides so that the star was completely off of the sign. And as you might expect, I repeated this process for my other sign that had the star on it as well, so that both of my stars were off of their signs. Taking one of those blue straws, I'm just pushing down with my fingers, kind of flattening about an inch of the top of that straw so that it sits on my star nice and flat. And I'm simply going to glue that part of the straw to the inside of my star with some hot glue. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some E6000 glue and I'm just going in the inside of the star that we put the straw on, and I'm just going all the way around our star on all of the corners of the star, if you will, just to make sure that it really sticks together, because we're going to be placing the other star on top of this star. Now I tried this with hot glue and it did not work for me, so that's why I'm using E6000. Now I'm going to take the other star and lay it on top of the star we just put glue on so that it looks like a 3D star. Now you want the holes that are in the straw to be lined up with each other, and try and get the star as lined up as possible. And now I'm taking this little clamp, and the best place that I could find to put it on the star to hold everything together without squishing the star too much was at the base where we put our straw, and I just clamped it down there. Now I'm just taking some hot glue and I'm just kind of sticking the end of it into the star where I can. This way it will stick together a little bit more. I didn't do this gluing right when I was doing E6000 just because hot glue does dry so quickly and I was a little slow, so I did this right now when you can see. Now I would avoid putting the glue where the holes are on the stars, where the wire was hanging through the stars, just simply because we will be putting some really pretty ribbon through there, and at the time I didn't know I was going to do that, so I kind of plugged up those little holes. And once you've got enough hot glue in there, I would hold down the star until you think the hot glue is pretty well dried. And once you think it's been about enough time, like a minute or two, I would just go ahead and set this star aside so it can dry for a couple of hours. So in the meantime, I'm going to take our 10 LED lights that we have here, and I'm simply removing all of the stars from the lights. Go ahead and set aside the lights aside for another project or for something else. Now I took the mirror that we got from Dollar Tree and 9 of those little plastic stars, and I simply put them around, standing up on the mirror. So it was red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, all the way around our mirror. And I'm simply just trying to get them separated on there where I like them. And I did this very carefully so they didn't fall over like that. And now I'm just going to simply glue them down. Now I'm going to use some just regular hot glue just for video purposes, but if you really want them to stick for a long time, I would definitely use some E6000. And I continued gluing the stars until I got all the way around the mirror and all the stars were glued down to the mirror. Next, I just took some cardboard and I cut it into a circle that was small enough to fit into my vase. And now I'm just taking a sharp object and I'm poking a hole in the very center of this cardboard. And I'm going to make it so that a straw can fit through it. So all I'm doing is kind of pushing out this hole so that I can make it a little bit bigger for the straw to fit through. And I did this until I've had a big enough hole for my straw to fit through. You want your hole to be big enough for the straw to fit through there snugly. You don't want the hole to be larger than your straw because this is going to be part of what holds up the star to form a star topiary. Now that the star is completely dry, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to make 4 slits in the bottom of the straw that is attached to our star. And let me show you what I do with that next. So I went ahead and put the straw through the cardboard and spread out the straw where we made the slits. And now I'm just gluing those pieces of the straw to the backside of the cardboard like you can see in the video. This is going to help the straw to be a little bit more stabilized when we put it into our vase. To give it some more stability, I'm taking some clear plastic gems from the Dollar Tree. These came in a packet that had a color changing light, but they also just come by themselves at Dollar Tree as well. So I'm taking about 5 or 6 of those gems and I'm gluing them all the way around the straw while holding the straw and the star just so that it doesn't fall over, because at this point it's still a little bit unstable. So yeah, I'm just gluing those all the way around it to keep it nice and sturdy. And we're also going to put some gems on top of this. So basically I just used the gems shape to my advantage. I tried to put them together as snugly as possible and as close to the straw as possible as well. And I apologize that the camera isn't giving you that great of a view of the gems and me gluing. I didn't realize that until afterwards. Sorry about that, but all I'm doing is gluing them snugly around the straw. Now to give it even more stability, I'm putting a large amount rather, on the bottom of the cardboard of the whole thing, and now I'm just putting it into our little vase, and I'm just holding it there for about a minute until the glue is dry. And then I did start to put in my gems, just as many as I had, all the way around the straw and the star. So somehow I lost the footage of me putting the twine through the holes in our 3D star, but that's exactly what I did. I put twine through both holes on the left side of the star and the right side of the star, and I did tie a bow on each side. Just a simple like shoelace bow with some twine, and I thought that made it look really cute and kind of farmhouse. Now if you had the same problem that I did and I accidentally plugged the holes with the glue like I mentioned earlier, then all you have to do is take a small object that can fit through the holes and just kind of twist it around to make a hole so that your glue isn't blocking room for twine to go through the hole. I hope that makes sense, but basically you just gotta get the glue out of the way so that you can string the twine through. And like I said, I did this on both sides of our 3D star. Also, if you would like, I did end up cutting off some of the twine that was on each of the bows, just because I wanted really teeny tiny bows on our 3D heart, and I thought the look of just a little bit of string next to on the bow rather, looked a lot cuter than longer. But it is totally up to you. You can make whatever kind of bow. Once I was all done with my star topiary, I did end up tossing a couple of the plastic stars from the 10 LED lights inside of the vase. Here is my finished star topiary using Dollar Tree products. I hope you enjoyed this DIY. If you did, please feel free to pounce on that like button and hit subscribe. I can't tell you how much it truly means. I hope you all are having an absolutely wonderfully perfect day. Thank you to anyone who has commented on my videos. It means the world to me. I love reading your comments. Hope you're having a wonderfully perfect day. I'm not sure if I said that already. And anyway, this is Miss Alley Cat DIY signing off. Bye-bye.